Good morning. I thought today I'd start out with Prussian Blue today. And let me go ahead and get the colors running down below and I'll explain what I got going on. I got a 16 by 20 inch canvas. I did go ahead and put some white medium on the entire canvas. And I thought today we'd do a lovely little mountain scene. And just going ahead and I'm just doing these nice little crisscrosses. You just go like that and slide it on over, okay? And just slide it on over. And if you're already using any type of medium, whether it's clear or white or black or blue or red or whatever medium you'd like to use, let me go ahead and tap into some of my dioxide purple. It's a different color today. But I would recommend, take a kitchen towel or a paper towel or something and just wipe it off so you don't have issues. The biggest issue with the wet on wet technique is that you apply too much of that medium and then you're just going to have issues with the paint sticking and stuff like that. So trust me, if it happens to you, you'll understand what I'm talking about. But there we go. Got a nice purple today. If you need a purple, you can you can make your own just with some red and blue paint. I decided today just go with this dioxide purple. It's actually a very old color. I've had this color since I think I was a teenager. So it's actually, most of my colors are 1980 Gamblin except for the purple and there's one other, and the yellow. So the purple is from Winsor&Newton brand and my yellow hue here is actually Bob Ross. So, but just come in and just get some of that purple up in here like so and just start sliding it over to kind of meet the blue here. And then whoop, a little hair, you just pop that off just like so. But yeah, you just add a little bit of that purple and mix it with the blue and just try to make it where you can't tell where one color starts and the other begins. And I think we'll go ahead about right here, maybe a little bit down. There we go. And I'm just going to add just a touch more of my Prussian Blue up here in the corner and just make that a little bit darker. And same thing, just roll that on over to the side. And I am painting outside, and I probably would recommend that if it's been painting or been raining all week and the night before you go to paint, you may not want to go outside and paint. It is soaking wet out here. I'm having issues. Hopefully not too much with the water, but there you go. And just nice and soft and blend that in. Now with a number 3 fan brush, I believe this is actually a number 4, but number 3, number 4 fan brush. I usually like the smaller brushes. It just gives you a little bit more control. Let's load up some white here. And we're just going to do this little rocking motion here. I'll start right here and just start rocking it. And this will be our clouds today. We're going to do just a little bit different than usual. But just rocking it back and forth. Make sure you get some good paint on here. And we'll go right here as well. And just, like I said, just rocking it back and forth. Load up a little bit more. Try not to get too much paint. The less paint with this technique, the better. That is the problem with it because your canvas is wet and you just need enough so that that paint will slide. And that's basically it, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit more. And I'm gonna start maybe right here. And same thing, just rocking it out. Just rock out with that brush out and pop off that little hair there and get a little bit more of your paint. And it's gonna come in just like that. And you get some nice little action. And you're not doing nothing much. You're just rocking it back and forth. Oop, a little hair. There it is. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just put this fan brush down and I'll just use that same brush that I put the color in. And I'm just going to come in and very, very softly just do my crisscrosses on over this. And I'll just push everything in. Little hairs. There we go. And there you go. Nice and soft. And pop out those little hairs there. And then softly across. And I'm put this down. I just want a little bit more, just a little bit more white up here. So I'm just going to grab some more here. Not too much, just enough to get some color up in here. There we go. Just like that. I'll put that guy down. I'll go ahead and grab that 2-inch brush again, and very softly, just doing the crisscrosses, very softly, okay? But you can see how pretty much the paint just sticks, and that's why you need a good paint. Just something that will not be too soupy for you. And there we go, nice, beautiful sky. With your palette knife, let's go ahead and make a mountain color here. So I'm just gonna do some black. A little bit of black, I'll put it right here, and a touch of the blue. Probably 2/3 black, 1/3 blue. And just get it mixed up, just like so. Smush it down, grab yourself a roll, and now we gotta just figure out where we want our mountain. So I'm just gonna come in and just start putting in this mountain here. There we go. There we go. And just scrape off what you can. Grab myself a little bit more here, and just push that up in there, like so. It will come up. There. It's just something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe just a little bit more. Just push that paint right in there. Just push it in there. Scrape off, scrape off, scrape off. Maybe just a tad bit more right there. And I'll go ahead and clean that knife. Grab a 2-inch brush. Just give me 1 second. I'll just grab this 2-inch brush, and I'm just going to start to pull this paint out here. And just get what you can get off. Be careful not to hit the sky, otherwise you get some birds. I believe Steve Ross said that. I mean, you might want some birdies, but I kind of don't want these type of birds. Let me get those hairs out. I'm gonna have issues with hairs. I'm telling you, every painting, you're gonna have issues one way or another. Things just don't work out sometimes, you know, but you just do your best. Okay, so we have this nice and pulled out. I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna grab myself a paper towel or kitchen towel. I'm going to come in and just start getting rid of whatever loose extra paint I got here, and just get rid of it, okay? This will be your best bet if you want your paint to break for your mountains. The least amount you can have, the better. And then you can also just come in and kind of form a little bit how you want your mountain. If you want a little bit more ridges and stuff like that, as you can see. But just pull out what you can. Sorry, I got one hand with my easel and one hand with the paper towel here, but just grab what extra paint you can possibly get here. There we go. And I'll just take that 2-inch brush, and then just down here, just kind of mist it out. Just going to do these little crisscrosses just like so, and I'm going to get this all mist out. And if you give me 1 second, just want to knock off some of that paint. And I'm going to come up here into the sky a little bit and just start to kind of push this paint in there. There you go. And it'll make it a little bit misty in the background. And then I had a little extra right there, but it's okay. There you go. Told you, I wasn't planning on that, and it just does it. So you just work with it. Try not to panic. But as you can tell, it just kind of pushes it in and makes it a little bit more misty. There we go. And maybe I'll just tap into a little bit of white. Just a little bit of white here. And just kind of make it a little bit more misty. There you go. There you go. So, got some ready, just a beautiful mountain already. I mean, there you go. little bit of fine artwork right there, a little abstract, everything easy breezy. And I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'll start out with a round brush. I'm gonna use a number 3 round brush and go into some white. And I'll probably go back and forth between this and the palette knife. But I'm gonna come in and just start to kind of form this mountain. There we go, just like so. And I'm just coming down with these little grooves and stuff like that, and kind of, there we go. And you get like some breaking right there. And because I don't have a lot of paint in the background, or we scraped that all off and wiped it, it just makes this application right here a bit easier. And you just come in and you can just have some fun. Look at that. Look at that. Let me grab a little bit more of this white, and I'm just going to start to continue to kind of shape this mountain a little bit. There we go. There you go. So, like I said, with this technique, I think just painting in general, it's just the less you have on your canvas, the better it'll be for you. It just gives you a little bit more control. And it's going to get a little bit more, and I'm probably just going to swap over to the palette knife. And I apologize, I got a plane coming up top, but before can't even talk this morning. It's about 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm still tired, but apologize, there is a jet flying above. And I'm gonna go ahead, just for fun, just try out the palette knife. Let me make sure I get some of that paint off of there, and just pull some down, grab yourself a nice little roll. And maybe I'll start here. And there we go. And because I don't have a lot of paint underneath, I'm kind of pushing it, I don't know if you can tell, but you don't have to be super light. Like my finger is on the blade. Usually I tell you don't do that, but there. But there you go, see? You can do all types of stuff, okay? So don't always feel too bound. I'm gonna grab some of the white here. I'll put some here, and I'm gonna grab some of that mountain color. And maybe just a touch of that purple, why not? Let's get some of that in there. And I'll do the same thing here. There. That's actually maybe a little bit too dark, but we'll keep that in there for now. It's okay. And I'm gonna come in. There you go. And you just have fun with it, okay? Just have some fun. Come over here. There. A little bit more. And a little bit more. And as you can tell, it's just breaking. And I mean, I'm not putting too much pressure. And just, trying to go with your angles there. It'll just make life a little bit easier. I'm gonna grab a little bit more of this. A little bit more of this, and just come in. Maybe some over here. There you go. Maybe a little bit in here. Same thing here, just a tad bit, just a tad bit. There. So you get some wonderful break-in with this, okay? And maybe just a little bit like that, okay? And I'm gonna go ahead and clean that knife, and I will go back to my number 3. Is it number 3? Yes, number 3 round brush, and grab a little bit more of this white paint and just start to come in, and we'll have a little bit of fun here. So just come in There we go. There you go. And just get that to break a little bit for you. There you go. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe we'll have some over here. Just kind of. Maybe there's just another little ridge right here or something. And I don't know. We'll just put that in. Just have some fun. Try to use your imagination. You know, where you think it would be, and just kind of go with it. You know, just pop those things in there. And I'm thinking maybe there's maybe a glacier or something back here. Here. Just kind of go with the flow of the mountain there, okay? Just there. There you go. Just kind of put that in there. See how wonderful that is? And just go back and forth. But I would recommend, if you're struggling with your mountains, to maybe take that paper towel and wipe that paint off the best that you can, and it should help you out. And if there's any static when I'm talking or something, I apologize. That would be the microphone. But there you go. Isn't that pretty cool? A lot of just fun stuff in there. I'm gonna grab just a touch of this blue, just a touch of that blue, and just kind of, there we go. There, so you get a little bit more shadowy color in there. It'll give you like a, you know, just shadow type of snow color there. And just back and forth. There we go. There we go. Kind of blend it in slightly there. And we'll grab a little bit more of just regular white. And I'm going to come in there. There you go. There you go. Just back and forth. It's like the sun's kind of, you know, coming along the mountain and just hitting certain spots here, you know. And then you get that awesome looking glacier going on right there. Awesome looking glacier. Maybe there's another one over here. There. There. Pretty cool, huh? Let's go back and just maybe put a little bit of blue, just a little bit of blue in here. There we go. So it's like some, like I said, that shadow snow. And I apologize if I'm kind of rambling. I'm still trying to wake up. The coffee has not quite kicked in yet. But a little bit more. A little bit more. And we'll just come in. There. There you go. And maybe, you know what, I'll take a little bit more of this blue here. And maybe just something like that. And back to the white. There. So back and forth with your colors, okay? Feel free, you know, don't, you know, just let your equipment do its thing. That's what you have it for, okay? That's what you have it for. There we go. So you get some nice looking breakage and all that good fun stuff. Maybe we'll have some, we'll have it come out like that. Let me grab a little bit more of this white here. There we go. So I'm not pushing too hard with the brush, okay? If you push too hard, it's kind of gonna smush it in, and you know, you'll end up just blending everything. So, but there you go. A little bit more. A little bit more, just maybe we'll have this come on down that way like so. And I'm going to grab a little bit more. Actually, I'll just do this highlight or the shadowy color here, and I'm just going to come back and just start to, there we go. This way you have separation between this ridge and that ridge, and so you just come in and get some of this darker color in here. And there you go, look at that. So you have a wonderful, wonderful range. And I want to go ahead and just slightly maybe pull this out a little bit more. We'll do something like that. And same thing here. There you go. And just get your paint and just softly graze your canvas, because we have some background paint now, so the softer you do it, the more type of a break you'll have on here. And I just want to just try to get a little bit more action in here. There we go. And I'll grab a little bit more there. And you see how I kind of wiggle my hand? Just kind of wiggle it. There. There you go. Pretty cool, huh? And we'll just take that and we'll do something like this. Just keep bringing this out a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Let me get that there. So it's like, just like that. So that this little ridge is in front of that little ridge. And there you go. There you go. A little bit more. There. There you go. Just have some fun, you know. I can't stress it enough. Just have a little bit of fun. Just do what you can. And I'm going to come in and just start to put in a little bit more of a glacier here. There you go. And hopefully it doesn't start raining. I can hear the drops. I'm telling you, if you paint outside, you're gonna have to deal with the elements, so it can be a little bit rough. I got to deal with people walking. I got to deal with the birds chirping, which I don't mind the birds chirping, but you know. But got a wonderful, wonderful glacier going there, and I just want a little bit more here. There we go. There. And that gives you just a lot of action with the snow and all that good fun stuff. Maybe just a little bit more up here. There. Maybe a little bit more right here. I do see somebody walking, so I'm probably gonna have to stop for just a second here. Let me just see if I can finish this up beforehand. All right, I'll stop now. Okay, with that round brush again and some more of your white, I'm gonna come over here and just want a little bit more right there to kind of bring everything out. There we go. And I have some on here, and I think I'm gonna just put a little bit back here. Just a little bit. There we go. There we go. So you have some stuff hitting back here, maybe a little bit more over here. Just a little bit. There we go. Kind of blend that in there. There you go, and I'll have to stop. Okay, as always, there's people walking by, and I just want to make sure that, you know, I figure this is a private lesson between you and me, so I just want to make sure we have the time and I'm not getting some background stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and just right here, kind of bring this out just a little bit more. There, maybe pop a little bit of something like that. Come in again. There. So I think in my mind we'll just do some autumn scene today. Kind of over the heat and all that stuff. So let me grab a little bit of that blue, a little bit more blue here, and just in there a little bit there. There. Pretty cool. I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. And I'm just going to grab that 2-inch brush. Let me knock some of that paint off. And I'm just going to come in here and just kind of miss this out a little bit here. There. I'm just going with the angle of the mountain, as you can see. Just pull that out. Same thing over here. And we'll stop again. With a number 3 fan brush, I'm going to go ahead into a little bit of my burnt umber. Let's get some paint on here, tap it open, and I think we'll have ourselves a little bit of a foothill coming down here, just like so, and I'll have it just kind of connect up into there. Very soft. There we go. Just like that. Maybe just a touch of my Sap Green into there. Maybe a little bit. There we go. Not too much. Just so we have some kind of color there. There we go. And I'll put that down, and I'll grab a 2-inch brush, and I'm just gonna right underneath, just kind of go ahead and get this misted out. There. And then very softly just pull it up. There. Get some of that mist in there. And I'll put that down. And I'll use that same fan brush, and I'm going to go right back into, this time I think I'll just do a little bit of my burnt Sienna, and same thing, just come in, just tap, and maybe this one, maybe that goes like that. There we go. Maybe that goes like that, and we'll kind of, I don't know, maybe we'll have some stuff coming up this way, maybe some stuff going down that way. Just very softly, just kind of tapping in a little bit of the extra stuff here. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this, and once again, just tap right underneath it. There we go. I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to grab a Bob Ross, excuse me, I got a little hair there. I'm going to use a Bob Ross oval brush, and I'm going to tap into, I think I'll start with a little bit of my cadmium yellow hue here. Just pull some down, tap, and we'll start to just tap in a little bit of some autumn colors here. So I'm just tapping. I'm not looking for any detail right now, okay? Not looking for any detail. Just trying to get just some colors in there. And I think I'll go with a little bit of my yellow ochre as well. Same thing, just tap. There. Tap a little bit, there you go. And a little bit of my red. Not too much with that red because it is awfully bright. It's very strong, very strong. And I'm not tapping hard. It's a nice light push here. There. And maybe a touch of that green. Just a touch more of my sap green, just a little bit. And so you can get these wonderful looking autumn colors here. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead once again. I'm gonna take this brush and actually I think maybe we'll just pull some, I don't know if you'll see this, but why not make a little bit of some water here. A little bit of water and just pull it down, pulling it down, excuse me, and then right across, and then very softly want to lift that up a little bit. There you go. So you got some awesomeness. Maybe tap in a little bit of white. So, you know, maybe it's a, I don't know, in my mind maybe there's a little lake or a pond. Maybe it's early in the morning like right now and you get a little bit of that misty kind of fog that likes to sit on top of the water. And there we go. Just something like that. And then same thing, just very softly, just lift it very, very softly. With a 2-inch brush, I'm gonna go ahead and start to tap into a little bit of my sap green here and some of my Mars black, and I want to start to put in some color here, and we'll go back and stuff with it. We're gonna go back and just want to maybe a little bit more of that black there. A little bit more of that black, not too much, not too much. There. A little hair, grab it that way, there we go. And I'll put that down. And let me grab I'm gonna grab a little filbert brush for right now and just start to have a little bit of fun. So I'm gonna go into my cadmium yellow, and I got a nice hair sticking out here. I'm just gonna pull it and go like this to kind of open it up. And now I'm gonna start to put in some color here with the yellow. Here. Just tap it. Maybe a little bit like that. Grab a little bit more. And as you can see, I'm just touching, tapping, trying to figure where, you know, where all these little trees might be. There we go. A little bit more here. So this is way in the distance, okay? So you don't have to worry about too much detail as of yet. But as we get a little bit closer, we'll definitely have to start worrying about it. I'm gonna go into my yellow ochre now, or excuse me, Indian yellow, and then same thing, just tap. Just tap it. Now you can start maybe, you know, a little bit of shapes as, you know, maybe it's a, you know, top of the tree and you get that a little bit around this. There you go. Same thing, Indian yellow, there. There you go. And I'm going to go into my yellow ochre now. Tap into some of that. A little bit more here. There we go. And some of my red. Now Remember, this red's very strong, so just be careful, see? Tap very softly, okay? A little bit more. There you go. It's like you get all these little wonderful bushes and trees. Little bushes and trees, there you go. A couple more over here. Maybe a little bit more right here. There. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. There we go. And let me grab a fan brush. I don't want to get all this green into my filbert brush. So I'm going to use the fan brush. I'm just going to pull some down and tap. And it's going to be dark, so you got to be careful, okay? But we just want a little bit of green in here. There we go. Something like that, maybe. And all I'm doing is tap, tap, tap. Okay. Maybe right here as well. There. There. Some nice colors. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead, just use my palette knife. I'm gonna go straight in and just get a couple little scratches here or there. Just a couple little scratches. There. You can kind of make out some of the tree trunks and stuff like that. Okay. Clean that knife. I'm gonna grab that 2-inch brush, and same thing. Just tap right underneath. Just tap it. Just tap it. Okay, and very softly. Very, very, very softly. And there you go. Nice another range of trees. With your 1-inch brush, I'm going to go ahead and start to get a little bit of my brown here, a little bit of burnt umber and burnt sienna, and some of my black. And I want to start to darken this up a little bit, just a little bit. There we go. There. I'm probably going to put a pine tree or something somewhere down here, so I'm not too worried about this left corner. But there you go. Just tap into the brown now. Just there we go. There we go. Maybe just a little bit of the black. Tap, tap. There we go, just to get a little bit more. There. Tap a little bit more. Tap, 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 tap. There. Something like that. A little bit more of that black, and just kind of up. Now I'm starting to kind of get the tops of the trees a little bit more defined. A little bit more defined. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and put that down. I'm going to grab my Bob Ross oval brush, and I'm going to start to pop in some of these colors again. So I'm going to go right back into, this paint's really thick. There you go. And just tap, tap, and open it up. And I'm going to start to just pop in a little bit more color here. And I'm going to actually just dip slightly. Excuse me 1 second. I'm going to get some of that medium in here, but I want a little bit more actually of a paint thinner. I want to try to keep my colors pretty much where they're at. You add that white to it, it does lighten it up. Okay, with that oval brush, I'll go right back in here with just a drip of your paint thinner. And I'm gonna have to find a new spot to paint because there's just too much traffic here. There we go. And I'm going to start to just pop in a little bit of color here. Little bit of color. There we go. And I'm trying, in my mind's eye, and you know the sun's coming this way, so I'm trying to keep it more on the right side of the shadow of the color here. And here we go. Maybe just like that. I'm going to get just another little tiny drip, just a drip of that paint thinner. Pull some of that down. There we go. There. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to go into my yellow ochre. Same thing, just like we were doing over here. Same thing, just pop some of that yellow ochre in there. Just think about, you know, where you think a bush might be or a tree, and you just start popping that color up in there. I'm going to go right now into my Indian yellow and open that up, and it's the same thing. There we go. Same thing. There. So you got all these different wonderful colors working right now, and you got the shadowy color in the background as well. And you know what, real quick, let me once again just use that palette knife, just get a couple of scrapes in here before I forget. There we go. Just a couple of scrapes here or there, so you some indications of some tree trunks, and there we go. And there we go. With that oval brush, I'm going to dip once again a little drip into my red here, and there we go. Open up those bristles, and let's go ahead and pop in. Ooh, that's a firecracker right there. Okay, be careful with this red. Very, very strong. Okay, but get some of that red up in here, and I'm not hitting very high. I mean, I'm touching as soft as I possibly can. Okay, and it just comes out. Okay, that's why I'm using the paint thinner, so I don't have to push too hard, and it gets my colors to pop out. Okay, and maybe just a tad bit more, just a tad bit more right there, maybe right there. All right, let me put that down. I will grab that same 1-inch brush, or excuse me, 2-inch brush, and I'm going to go ahead once again and just start to tap down below. There we go. And just tap, 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 tap. And if you take a little bit and you just pop it up in there, it'll give you a little bit of separation. Okay. There we go. Maybe just a touch of the white. There. Maybe a touch of the white right here. There. And just softly just go across like so. And I'm going to put that down. I'll grab that 1-inch brush from earlier, and now I'm going to I'm going to go ahead into my black, and I want to darken this up. Okay, and you can come in and do the same thing. Okay, but now we're going to get a little bit bigger. So as you're coming closer, you start to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. But we want this dark color in here. Same thing, just pull some out, tap it open, and there we go. There we go. Yeah, right here. Let me just get that so the corner's nice. There. There we go, maybe something like so. Just at least get this down here, and then we'll go back and texture it up so we have some that wonderful dark color right there. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that purple, the oxide purple into here, and it gives you some nice shadowy colors as well. There. And same thing, just tap into there. Maybe get a little bit of, since I have the browns, let's go ahead and get some burnt umber and burnt sienna on here as well. And just start tapping. Just start tapping. Maybe we'll have a, I don't know, maybe we'll have a nice tree right here, so I'll just put a nice little indicator of a nice tree right there. And same thing over here. There we go. Okay, so you just come in and you just tap, 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 and you get all this awesomeness. And I'm have a fan brush here. I'm gonna add, I want maybe a pine tree or so. So I'm gonna go right into my Sap Green. I'm gonna load this up. And I just want to pop in. There we go. A couple little pine trees, fir trees. Maybe there's one right here. This one comes up a little bit. There we go. Same thing right here. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, maybe that one's a little bit wider. So you have some indications of some pine trees. Maybe another one. Maybe another one right in there. There you go. Maybe another one. Gotta have a friend, right? Same thing, just pull, open. There you go. So you have some nice little indications of some pine trees popping out. Maybe another one there. There we go. Beautiful, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and use my liner brush. I'm gonna dip into my paint thinner. And I'm gonna go into this white that I have with that paint thinner. Spin it around. And let's go ahead and put in another tree trunk or two. And there we go. There you go, maybe. So most of this is going to be covered up, but you should have a couple that pop through. And so that's what we're looking for. There we go. Something like so. Just going to start putting them here or there. Also let me know I'm going to put a bush here and a tree there, or, you know, kind of helps you out there. And there you go. Spin it, spin it. There we go. Maybe it's a little too thick. Let me grab a little bit more of that thinner. There we go. There. There you go. All right, let me go ahead and get that clean. I'm gonna go ahead and use a clean 1-inch brush, and now I will dip slightly into my paint thinner, or excuse me, not paint thinner, I'm just gonna use the medium. And same thing, I'm gonna go pop into my yellow here, straight down, straight down, straight down, and then turn. And we're gonna come in and very softly, let me, give me 1 second, let me get a little bit of that thinner in there. Just to thin it out a little bit more, it's just a little too thick. And then turn it up. There. Same thing, get some in here, come over here, maybe right there. Let's go ahead into, just go into both yellows, come in. Same thing, pop. See, See, I'm hitting, it's not really coming out. That means it needs to be thinned out. You shouldn't have to push too hard. There, get some of that nice color. And then come in, and then there. See how, there you go. Same thing maybe right here. Go back into my cad yellow and get a little bit more there. And I'll come in and maybe, there we go. Same thing over here. And right there. There we go. Maybe we can go into our red now. Pull some down, and then turn. And we'll pop in a little bit of that red. Pull some down. There you go. Just straight Cadmium Red Light is what I'm using for the red today. And I'll come in and just, there we go. Just different colors, just get it popping and grooving. Maybe we'll take this and go into my Indian yellow and in my yellows, and we'll get a different type of orange color there. There we go. Here. And let me put this guy down, and with a clean 1-inch brush, I'm going to dip into my white medium. I'm going to come over here, and I want some nice green, so I'm going to grab a little bit of my Phthalo Green into my cad yellow, get some of that color in here, come over here and pop in some green colors. There we go. Maybe right there. Maybe there you go. Now make sure you leave that dark, okay? You gotta have that dark so it can show all this light color. There. Maybe we'll go into some of the Sap Green now into here. And come over here. And maybe a little bit here and there. There we go. So we've got some wonderful colors. Maybe just a tad bit more. Maybe just a tad bit more. And there you go. Let me put this down. Let me grab a fan brush. There we go. I got this guy. I'm going to go into my black and some of my brown. And we'll go ahead and start to highlight or try to make a pine tree or two. So I'm just going to come in, touch. And you're going to load up, and you're going to start to tap. And just kind of move these from side to side. And I can tell it's a little bit thick, so I'm going to add, once again, just a tiny drip. Excuse me, dropping my stuff. Just a drip of that paint thinner in here, just to thin this slightly. So we have a little bit more of a stick. There we go, see? And I'm just following it. Just following it. And maybe this one comes down here, like so. And let's go ahead and get some more going. Here, we'll just do something like that and just bring it down a little bit more. And then we'll have it just kind of go into the shadow here. And we'll go back and maybe pop a little highlight of the bushes and the trees, and I'll kind of stick that out a little bit more. And let's go ahead and get another. Let's go ahead and get another one. Maybe this one comes all the way down. Maybe we'll do it this way. And we'll just have it go all the way down and right off the canvas. And then the same thing, and I'm on an angle, so I'm just going to probably go this way so it's a little bit easier for you on your end to see how I'm doing it. And I'm just going to go like this because I'm a little off because I'm on an angle. There we go. Grab a little bit more. And I'm just using the corner of the brush. And we'll just pop that guy all the way down like so. Maybe kind of fix a little bit. There. Got a little bit more of that. And just a little bit more of that. Maybe there's, I don't know, a little guy behind it. Same thing, just tap, tap. There we go. So we got one behind that as well. And maybe just one more. One more right here, a nice big one. Tap, tap, tap. And this one will have come off as well, why not? Let me grab just a drip of that paint thinner again. And just gonna come in and once again just touch, 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 and just start wiggling it back and forth. There. A little bit more color. And a little bit more color. There. We'll have this guy come right on off as well. Pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna grab a liner brush. I'll just grab this one, it's perfectly fine. And I'm gonna dip into, once again, a little bit of that paint thinner. I'm gonna go into some of this white and right into, excuse me one second, get some more. Right into my Sienna. Get a nice, beautiful color. Twist it, there. And let's go ahead and just put in a nice little tree trunk or so. And we'll put one in here. And we'll put one in there. And I'll go ahead and just clean that right quick. I'm gonna go ahead and take that same fan brush that we put the pine trees in, and once again I'm going to dip into a little bit of that paint thinner. A little bit of that paint thinner, and I'm going to come right into my yellow and just pull that out. So you get a nice, there we go. I want a dark green, and boy is that paint loose, it's sliding, huh? Get a little bit more, there we go. Boy, is that dripping. All right. And we'll come in and just start to highlight, and hopefully this will have a nice color on it. There we go. So a little, give me a second, it's just a little bit too much of that paint thinner. I'm just gonna rub some of that out. Come back in here. There we go. And get some of that yellow color. I'm just gonna come in, just start to tap a little bit. Let me get the back side here first. It'll be a little bit easier since I got that thing in front. And I'm just gonna tap. And just tap a little bit this way, a little bit that way. And we'll do something like that. There we go. And that same thing here. I'm gonna tap this like this. I'm gonna get a little bit of white, just a little bit too dark. There we go. So you can tap like this and tap back and forth, one side to the other, one side to the other. A little bit more, start up here. Same thing. Tap, 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 tap this way, tap, tap, tap that way, tap, tap, tap. There, and keep it nice and dark back there. And let's go ahead and get these last couple of guys here. And now maybe I'll just tap this way. There we go. And a little bit more and we'll finish this guy here. So tap, tap, tap. All right, let me go ahead and redo this. I had somebody else walking by. All right, so we'll tap this way and tap that way and tap this way. There we go. Tap, 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 tap. There you go. There we go. So we got a nice, beautiful, beautiful pine tree going here. There we go. And then let me take this, and I just want to pop in a little bit of highlight or something here, just to kind of get a little bit of separation. So I'm just going to come in and just tap, tap, tap with my oval brush. It don't matter. And just, there you go. And maybe just a little bit more, a little bit more. There. And you know what would be pretty cool? Give me 1 second here. Just grab a clean oval brush, 1-inch brush or 2-inch brush. I'm just going to dip into a little bit of my medium. I'm going to go into this purple here. Just going to pull some down. Maybe a little bit of more white in there. So maybe a little bit more, just so this kind of sticks out a little bit. And I kind of want a little purple haymaker. Just tap, tap, and maybe just a little hair. I'm telling you, every time you paint, man, you're gonna have trouble. And just get yourself a little bit of a purple guy going there. Maybe something like so. And there you go. And I'm gonna go ahead and use my liner brush, dip into a little bit of my white medium here. And I'll come right over here. And I'll go ahead and just sign this guy for today. Remember, if this paint is thin, it will slide on over here. And I do apologize for all the interruptions. I will try to find a new location that I can paint at where there's just less traffic. But until next time, until the next painting, as always, I definitely want to tell you, I wish you the best. Take care of yourself, and please stay safe.